I'm Jennifer from Girl Karma, and welcome to our new series called 10 Ways to Stay Positive. I don't know about you, but there's a lot of things that are going on in our lives every day, on the news, in the media, that can really bring you down. And if you're not careful, in general, you can be in a bad mood from sources that you didn't even plan on being in a bad mood from. So I've come up with a list of 10 ways to stay positive that I think will help you in your everyday life to get through things that might normally bring you down, but I think will help you keep an overall more positive attitude. And so today is our first way to stay positive, which is to focus on the positive. And what I mean by that is when something happens that normally would bring you down, you should think about whatever aspect, even if it's really, really small, about that thing that's positive. And that will help you keep an overall more positive attitude. So I have a few examples for you that I use in my life. One is the dreaded wasted time. I really dislike when I'm standing in a long line at a store to do something and I didn't plan on that really long line, or when I'm stuck in traffic for a long time. But one positive aspect of having extra time is that you have more time to think about something that you've been wanting to think about but haven't had time to. So when I'm in line or when I'm in traffic, I try to think about what I'm going to get my mom for Christmas, or recently what I'm going to be for Halloween. There's a lot of things I'm sure that you've been meaning to think about that you could do when you're in these situations. Another example is for pestering tasks. I know when I was in high school and college, I absolutely disliked writing papers and taking tests. And yet, that's part of your everyday life when you're a student. And so if you let those everyday life tasks bring you down, it can make you be in a bad mood a lot. So something that I used to think about was focusing on how happy I would be when I turned that paper in or when I turned that test in. Of course, there's another thing you can focus on, which is, that you're learning something, but I find to focus on the happiness of being done to be slightly more motivating, but, take your pick. And then the third way or example that I would give for this is when you make mistakes. And mistakes can be super embarrassing. Just the other day, I called someone that I've met a lot of times by the wrong name, which was really embarrassing. Side note, if you don't remember someone's name, it's always better to say no name than the wrong name. So in these mistakes, I think one positive aspect, it's a natural aspect, is that you won't make that mistake again. So if you can focus on the aspect that you won't make that mistake again and that you will learn from that. For example, I won't be calling this person that I called the wrong name the other day by anything other than his name in the future, since I will remember it. I've definitely learned. So those are a few examples of ways that you can focus on the positive, and I encourage you to come up with your own ways to focus on the positive, and please share them with us here at Girl Karma.